Hi, this is Daryl again, and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. The last fly for the Shad Fly series is going to actually be a gotcha fly for bonefish. We're going to do my take on that fly for shad, and it's an easy fly to tie, except again, like the Crazy Charlie, we're going to use a little bit bigger eyes to get it down further. Freshwater hook versus a saltwater, and on there. But and also maybe the fibers will be a little shorter. But the gotcha's a shrimp imitation fly. That's one of the most, in some people's opinion, the most successful bonefish pattern ever created. To me, it almost looks very similar to the Crazy Charlie, but it's got a little bit different materials. Anyway, let's take a look at that fly, and we'll give it a whirl, and we will explain the materials as we go along. This is the gotcha fly that I'm going to be tying for shad. You can see it's got a little bit bigger eyes. It's very similar to the bonefish pattern. Sometimes you'll find on the bonefish pattern people will be putting crazy legs and stuff like that on there, but we're going to keep this real simple, as I'll probably lose it in the rocks or maybe have a break off or something like that. Anyway, we'll explain the materials and as we go along. The hook I'm going to use is a Mustad 3366 in a size 6, and I'll debarb it. And I'm going to use some presentation lead eyes, medium. Maybe roughly 5/32 on there, and they're black. You can use whatever color you want. Straighten that out a little bit. And the thread I'm going to use, I'm going to tie a white one, so I'm going to use some white 210 Denier. And we're just going to start our thread back behind the eye. And we'll tie in our dumbbell eye. And make sure it's looking pretty good. We'll add a little super glue for durability, because there'll be some rocks or things like that that'll probably be bouncing it off from. And then we'll take the thread back to where the barb of the hook was or is. Next I'm going to use is some of this pearl tubular rope type thing. And I'm only going to cut it about the length of the body, because again, I don't want to have a long tail. And in order to save my good scissors, I've just got some inexpensive craft scissors here that I'll cut. And then I got to remove there's a core in here. And we're just going to see if we can get that out of there just by pulling it out. And roughly a 1/2 inch, no longer than that, on the tail. And we'll trim off the excess here. You can pick that out if you want to make it look buggy. Next I'm going to use is some, for a body, some sparkle braid pearl, kind of like a flat thing. And we'll just tie that in here. And I'll take it up to the front here. And we'll just wrap going forward. And wrap around the eye. And give it a couple turns in the front here, just to lock that in. And we'll trim that off. Next we're going to do is we're going to use some calf tail. And I've kind of mentioned it before, you know, it's maybe cheaper to buy the combo pack. You get a bunch of little segments in various colors. And in this case I'm going to go ahead and tie this one in white. Or you can buy the whole tail, but then you have to do it by color. And I'll trim that off. And I'm going to try to clean this out a little bit, get rid of some of that under or short fibers. And I'm going to go ahead and put that into my hair stacker. And again, you're going to want to be able to pull that out in the direction that you're going to pull your hair out, and the way you're going to lay it on the fly. And I'm just going to size it up. I want it to be maybe just to the past the bend of the hook, or towards no longer than that little tail section. And then I'll trim that off. that in a little bit and pull it back slowly so that I expose my eye. And then we'll give it a whip finish. Remove our thing, piece of thread, and add a little bit of head cement. I'll just add a little on top of that braid there, and then on my thread. And there you have it, the Gotcha Fly. It'll fish kind of like that with the lead weight eyes on there. I tied mine in white. I might tie up some more in tying some up in chartreuse and the pink, maybe orange. But that's the white version. I don't have many white ones in my shad box. Kind of looking, I only see maybe 5 or 6 in there, so I needed some white ones. So anyway, getting close here. The weather's starting to warm up. I think the water temperatures are still on the cold side, and it'll be early February in another few days, and maybe towards the end of February, early March, we'll be shad fishing here in South Carolina, giving these flies a go. All right, our next series will be on smallmouth flies, primarily for when I plan to go up fish the Greenbrier Fly Fishing Classic up in West Virginia. That should be kind of fun, and hopefully I'll get some good videos. I think I have some video from last year I should probably try to publish, but I'm not good on the fishing videos. The fish don't cooperate with me when I want them to bite when the camera's rolling. Anyway, I'm Daryl, and we'll see you on the fly and in the water.